funny how the East look like the West now.
Oh,
We live, man.
Yeah.
hey, everybody, welcome to the barbecue.
Yes,
You got
sir.
Chef Jimbo in the house. You got Coach A and the Mr. Impact in the house. You got Mr. Puppy Lover. Um,
Yeah.
what other nickname you got,
Uh,
Telly?
Brother Jackson, the dog father, Uncle
Coach
Pudge,
Jackson.
Coach Jackson. Man, there's so many. It's hard to keep up with. You can just
Hard to
call me
keep it.
Alias.
Yeah, for real. You starting to you hanging around Mr. Stokes too much with all these
Yeah.
name changes.
We are kindred spirits.
Yeah, but before we got on, everybody he was picking on my Lakers.
Yes, I was.
So, but
You
hey,
know I have to.
we
Yeah.
gonna eat crow this year. It sucks.
That was last year too.
Oh
So
man, I'm. Well, as soon as I find this intro, I'm playing it. I don't want to hear from you no more. Hey, listen, we gonna go ahead and hit this intro real quick, and we'll be right back.
The song. Good. Tell them I ain't mad if they ain't know. You know I ain't mad if you love it. Can't nobody ever take this moment from me. So nigga, while I got it, the fuck it, it's all good. It's all good.
Jimmy, do you not know that dumping the ball off to your big man gets him and motivates him?
Tell them I ain't mad if they ain't know. You know I ain't mad if you love it. Can't nobody ever take this moment from me. So nigga,
I
while
don't
I
want
got
no
it, the
I don't
fuck
want
it,
no
it's
smoke
all
over there. I
good.
heard her
man,
cuss
me
somebody out in traffic. I don't want no
for
problems
real.
with that.
For real. I'm like, no part
I don't
of
want
that.
no problems with that.
Hey, good morning, Amanda. We see
Good
your
morning.
name
Yes,
popped up.
yes.
Yes,
And
yes,
before we
yes.
get started, shouts out to all the we're gonna call them adopted family members today because they ain't make it. We got Nick, Nate, Brandon, Creisha. Yeah, I'm talking about all y'all. The adopted family members today.
He
Oh,
said,
can't forget Mr. Stokes. Yeah, they adopted today. When they come back, they'll be family. When they come back, they'll be family. Hey, Coach, you got your claps today?
no claps, man. You know I'm
You
at the
don't got?
office. No
Oh
claps.
man,
Can't help you with that. Sorry. So, but I do got some news though.
I
That's right.
bet you
Oh,
do.
If you standing up, sit your butt down, cause I got some stuff for you today. Just a little news with Coach A. So if you've been sleeping under, if you ain't heard the slap about the slap around the world, you've been sleeping under a rock. So obviously, most people know about it. Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars after he told a joke about a GI Jane joke referencing to his wife Jada Pickett, who apparently is suffering from what's it called?
A Patka, a Potkey, something like that.
No, that sounds
alopecia.
like it. Alopecia.
Alopecia.
Oh,
Yeah, Jimmy, what the heck?
She
At least
suffered
you
from
gave
that's
me.
Tupac.
that's how much this is important.
Yes, exactly. So anyhow, but everybody's talking about it. So the latest that I've heard from sources that number one, uh, Will Smith was banned, ended up being banned 10 years from the Oscars. So I guess he got to wait 10 years before he can go. But prior to that, he already resigned anyway. So he probably knew it was coming. They did not take his Oscar away from him. Sources also say that Chris Rock is thinking about threatening to sue. So that's going to be another battle in itself. But however, that's not the biggest smack or battle that's going on in the United States. How about the fight between our mayor and Disney?
Mm-hmm.
What's the mayor's name? I can't think his name just escaped me.
DeSantis.
DeSantis,
Sanchez. Yeah.
governor,
Governor, yeah, I said mayor. That's disrespect. He's the governor. So obviously, there's a bill that's coming out, the don't say gay bill. It's designed to give parents a little bit more control over what their kids is learning in school. That's just the generalization of it, where you can control and decide if you want your kids to learn about transgender stuff and just different stuff like that. But and so Disney, which is one of the largest companies here in Florida, decided to push back on that bill and said that they believe that it should be taken away, and they did. And so when in doing so, that was a big smack, a big Will Smith smack in the face to DeSantis. And so with the governor, what his retaliation was that he threatened their govern to take away Disney's. I think they have like a sovereignty, yes, where they are allowed to govern, pretty much make their own rules because they're such a big corporation, and they're in here in Florida. I think went back to like 1960 something, somewhere around there, where it was put in place where they can make their own rules. So they've been threatening to take that. So they just been going back and forth. Disney even doubled down, saying that they're not gonna address people as men or women. They're just gonna come out and start talking to people. So you might not. So if you go to Disney, they might not call you sir or ma'am. They might just call you a guest. So leave a comment on what your thoughts is. Was that one of the things that came to my mind was that I want you to think about this, and this is just from my perspective. Going through the whole election, a lot of this stuff was coming out, but it was swept under the rug because of the powerful. We knew that the LGBTQ and the Black Lives Matter that was linked up, and they had an agenda. But a lot of people didn't really pay attention to that agenda. All they paid attention to was the police brutality, the stuff that true enough is here and it's been going on for years, but it's not no different than how it's always been. We just able to see it. But this transgender forcing it upon kids and stuff like that, ever since the election has, the new administration has come in, it's been taken off. It seems like it's been taken off, and the companies and people are just a lot more bolder. And even, in the schools trying to teach our kids or force our kids to learn something that they're not ready for. And so that's just my take. Let me know what your opinion is. Leave a comment down there. We really appreciate you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and keep it live. That's your news with Coach A. And also, sad week. The Lakers is not even available for the play-in. Who gonna watch the playoffs now?
Everybody.
Oh my, everybody.
Everybody. That's right. Go Steph.
But that I will say this moving forward. Every time I hear someone call that I know Coach A, but people call it the don't say gay or whatever, but the bill is really called.
Somebody just said.
Yeah, like somebody just made up and just threw out, but it's called the Parental Advisory Bill.
Exactly.
So it's like they took the whole bill, threw it in the trash, and just took one part of that bill, and that's the only thing that matters. I'm like, come on, man. But that's a good segue into the hot topic for today. Disney wants to make the majority of their characters moving forward LGBTQA XYZ plus. Oh, I forget all the initials. They got too many initials for me. The Alphabet Coalition. Y'all know how I feel about that. I'll start off with me. Listen, Disney need to leave the kids. Jody said it in here. Mr. Stokes, leave the kids alone. You know what I'm saying? It's like they always trying to force something down other people's throats. Oh, you got to accept us. You got to accept us. But let the tables be turned, and we, when they come to Christianity or any other religion, oh, no, you can't push religion down people's throat. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, leave the kids alone. When they're adults and they're grown, they can make that choice if they want to choose to live that lifestyle. But other than that, keep that mess, and I said it, mess, out in the schools. Keep that mess. Give it. Y'all want your own shows, that's fine. Have your own shows. But why is that mess in children's shows and children's movies? And I know some people are going to be mad, but that's your feelings. You have every right to feel how you feel. But keep that mess out. Keep it away from the kids. That's my stance. Real simple.
But that's,
Coach A?
that's something Disney's been doing already. They've been,
Yeah.
you know, you know, kind of slick with it already.
Hmm.
So they're just gonna their claim, and this is just from what I've heard, that they're just gonna increase it. They're gonna be a little bit more overt now. It's gonna be apparent. You know what I'm saying? Either 50% or more. They're gonna make sure that they're representatives. And this is something that we mentioned on the show a while back, is that it seems like that whole class of people they want to be represented. And so now you have movies that coming out. They have to have a character in there. They're like, I believe they're actually fighting to be represented in the movies industry and stuff like that. And so, I agree with you. We ain't gonna kid. Come on, like kids don't need to learn about that stuff at that young age. Like you ain't gonna
They
teach your
don't.
kids, positions and different stuff like that. So why you why we need to even teach them about it at all? It's just gonna create more confusion. So we
I
know the
mean,
kids are already confused now. Go ahead,
I mean, I'm with you. See, it's not just that. I don't want anything sexualized or sexual taught to my kids. Period. It can be same sex or heterosexual. My
Yeah,
kids need to be kids
Exactly.
and enjoy being a kid. It has no place in cartoons or,
No.
that's why we got movie ratings.
Hmm.
So we know what is appropriate for a kid to watch at a certain age and so on and so forth. And to be taught in school, it's like, why? I mean, yes, we have sex education in school, but they didn't teach that till we got to high school. Like sophomore year, 16 years old. Now they trying to go K through third and all. What a kindergartner need to know about sex for? All they looking for is play with blocks and take a nap.
yeah.
For real.
You know, why we trying to, you know, indoctrinate them? See, that's what I like to call the grassroots campaign. They can't reach people, grown-ups, because grown-ups push back. So they starting in on the most impressionable population,
It's,
younger
it's easy to
kids.
push your agenda on them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like, listen, I'm all for representation for everyone, but there's over representation. You know, like it's really in your face, every commercial, every other commercial, every other movie, taking characters that's been established for years and now flipping them and because now they got Superman, he bisexual and
Oh
but
God.
then
Yeah.
but then they say, oh no, that's his son, Jonathan. It's not Clark. It's like it doesn't matter. When
Hey,
you see the
Telly,
Superman as you think Superman.
check this out. Now, and a matter of much respect to your opinion, all respect. But not too long ago, I don't know if it was around the Super Bowl time. I saw a commercial for shaving blades, and it was all sexualized, like this woman and a man, and I'm like, bruh, y'all are marketing a razor blade. Like, why do y'all got to turn this into something sexy?
I know, like
Like, come on, bruh.
So y'all
I never.
have any of y'all ever read that BLM website
Yes,
when they had
yes.
that they're
What
trying
they took it down, but yes,
right, but when they was talking about destroying doing away with the
the
nuclear family
nuclear family. Yup.
as it assists. So it seems like that agenda is coming to fruition. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a power. Obviously, it was a powerful organization, especially combined with the LGBTQ, and so that it seems like that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to desensitize everybody, and they don't want you looking at the family as just the regular family to be known as the man woman and the child, they trying to make it whoever the regular family is going to be, I guess, whatever you choose. So a lot of people, all that stuff flew under the radar, man. It flew right under the radar. And so now, just can you imagine? Just can you imagine if the previous administration was in there? He'd be fighting that stuff. Like we're not having that.
What conversation you talking about, Chris? The same conversation about blacks, Asian, or anything other than white. Give me help me figure out what you talking about.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure that. I mean, are we talking, family conversation, or are we talking about what we speaking about right now?
Yeah.
So are you comparing? Like, are you trying to say? Because they. I don't know. I don't want to guess, but now that representation on TV, music, and
Oh, music generalized saying that, so they want representation.
right. We don't mind y'all having representation. We
No,
just
no.
saying
But
keep it
it's
away
good,
from the
but
kids.
But here's the thing: they've always been represented. Even
Yeah.
when I was young, Will Smith. Speaking of Will Smith, 6 Degrees of Separation, where he played a gay character. That's a movie.
Who played in a Brokeback Mountain or something like that?
Oh, right. Heath
Something.
Ledger and Jay Gyllenhaal. Brokeback Mountain. That was a movie. There's plenty. Richard Simmons. Richard Simmons is one of the most famous people, recognizable people in the world.
And
he was gay.
RuPaul, and yeah.
There's always been
Right,
representation.
y'all can have representation. We don't got a problem with that. Leave the kids alone. That's all we saying.
But you know how it is, man. People just want more and more,
Yeah.
more and more, and so then they just, they want their agenda. They want their way of their views of the world and of the family and stuff. That's what they want, as opposed to what we call or has been known as the tradition.
I mean, it is. It's a slippery slope, man.
It's not a slippery slope.
I'm talking about when you get into like representation, because you're gonna have extreme opinions on this side, extreme opinions on that side. They feel like they're not represented enough.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna feel like they represented too much.
Too much.
So I'm like, what's the balance? Like I said, they've always been represented throughout the time I was coming up. It's not like, it's a new phenomenon. Like, oh my God, where they come from? They always been here, and it's always been on television.
But Chris said they want equality. What make you think that y'all don't have equality though?
Yeah, and
that's what I'm trying to say.
And what's the point? Are you trying to turn people, or I can understand you don't want to be there, because first of all, we don't it's all love, you know what I'm saying? We don't treat them any different than anybody else, and we're not bashing that group or anything like that, but we just have different views. But the point is, like, what's the purpose of this? Is it because you want less of the violence and things to happen, or is it because you want to convert more people, or you want more kids? Like, what's the whole purpose of trying to train a kid like this? Is that because you want the kid to be converted, or you want them to be confused, or you actually want, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the problem when you get into teaching kids certain things. Adults can make their own decision, and that's fine. You can do whatever you want. I love you just the same. But at least the kids at a young age, give them the opportunity to grow and not be confused.
I mean, that's my take on it. Like, I have not sat down really and talked to my kids about this, because I want them not to be affected by my opinion. If they want me to, if they ask me questions, I will always answer them. But I want them to grow up and make their own decision. Like, listen, I don't have a problem with anybody. I don't. You live your life how you live your life. That's fine by me. It's not my cup of tea, but that's not to say that you're a bad people or anyone's a horrific or anything. That's just not what I do.
Yeah, no,
But I
they're not bad
respect your
people.
right. I respect your decision. I'm gonna take you as you come. If you're cool with me, I'm gonna be cool back with you. If you're an asshole with me, guess what you're gonna get back from me. But it has nothing to do with what you do at all. It's just how you come at me. And I want my kids to learn that too. You can be cool with people and not agree with them or agree with something that they do. That's fine. That's I think that's just human nature, period. I may not agree with you, but I respect you. And we still cool and we keep it moving.
Yeah.
But you ain't gotta be, you know, if I don't like something you do, it's not a indictment on you. It's
But
just
now,
that
if
action.
you tell them that, if tell anybody that you don't like anything that they're doing, whether it's about being gay or LGBT or not, you hating
I know,
or
and that's what
or
pisses
something.
me off.
So
Yeah.
that's
And that's what
so
pisses
listen.
me off. Like,
So this comment here, you're either gay or not, is not true. I don't believe that to be true at all, because when when you're a kid is a blank slate, and they
this is
learn.
true.
The kids learn based on their surroundings. Now, I do understand that things happen. Like sometimes kids gets abused, and they suffer through trauma, and there's different things that happen in kids' life to make them look at themselves and say, "This is not who I am." But you're not born like that.
You know.
Think about it.
Oh, now you finna get it. Because they
Here we
will
go.
fight you on it. They gonna fight you on that one.
Well, they already fought me on it when we had this conversation
Fought you
months
on what?
ago. I like, huh?
Fans
I pretty much
saying
said that
them.
you're not born like that.
You're not.
Ooh, they
Think
gonna,
about it.
Yeah.
This contributes to the birth and the genetics. It's all mental. Whenever a sperm comes out of a penis, it's not looking for a booty hole or a turd. It's looking for an egg.
I
That's
never saw it put like that.
That's the truth. It's not.
Yeah.
It is. It's not. It's looking for an egg, and the
Mm-hmm.
egg is the opposite thing.
Yeah.
So no matter how you reframe it, that's not what it's looking for. And so when you really come to grips to understand who you are as an individual, Byron, people have, what I'm saying, they go through traumatic experiences that really change them. And I understand.
Yeah, I had to put that up there.
I didn't expect Mr. Q to be watching this one. But it's the truth. So you can't say you was born like that. That's not how we was born. So somewhere along the line, it was either taught or learned behavior or traumatic experience, and it was never corrected. And so the way the evolution of behavior is, something happens and a behavior exists. And if it's not corrected, it becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. And so, but once it's corrected in the beginning, it can easily get back on track. But I'm talking way in the beginning, like
Jody. Hey, Mike, you funny as heck, boy. Hey, oh my God. Well, listen. At the end of the day, everybody got their own choice. Remember, like listen, life is a choice. Everything that you choose every single day is a choice. Whether you want to be straight, gay, whether you want to do this action or that action, it's a choice at the end of the day.
and even to what you're saying is true. Some people, you know what I'm saying, sometimes you have to fight the urges to be contrary. You know what I'm saying? Like people that's married, sometimes they have to fight urges to not go out and cheat, or if you committing to a 30-week plan to do something, you have to fight the urges to do the opposite. That's how life is. It's called temptation. It's never going to go away. It's never going to go away. It's called temptation, and people are tempted in different ways.
That's it. So now we're gonna end that conversation. Next topic. Now this I don't know much about it. I know a little bit about Mark Cuban started a drug company where he offers genetic brands at a lower rate.
Generic.
Generic.
Generic, I'm sorry.
Generic.
Mhm.
At a lower rate than big pharma. And the question is, why is it that he can offer these drugs at a smaller, cheaper rate compared to big pharma?
Well, I mean, obviously it's his company. He can do what he want to do. But however, I will tell you that there are strict rules when it comes to creating generics. So like if you're creating a generic, you have to wait a certain time period. They don't just allow you to come out with it, like a drug comes out and then you can just come out with it the same year. I think there's a time frame that you have to wait before you can introduce the generic version of things. So he's going to always be behind in that sense. But I think it's good though. I think it's good. You know what I'm saying? That, providing that, everything is legit and everything is doing it does exactly what it says it can do. I think it's great. Rich people have, if he's already well established and has a lot of money, he has those. That's what rich people should be doing. They should be looking back and looking ways to put their money into things to help, some of the less fortunate people or make some of the things more, affordable for people who can't. He's still going to get money. He's still going to have money coming in. So I think it's a good thing personally.
Only thing I do know about this, I saw a brief interview with Mark Cuban, and he said some of his stuff that he gets is from Canada. Some of his drugs. That's why he's able to get it at a cheaper rate.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. He's not manufacturing. He just wholesaling, buying, and then they already made, so he don't have to go through, the regulations because they already went through it. He just buying in bulk, and then just selling it at a cheaper price, still making money. Which you say, why can't Big Pharma do that? Because it's capitalistic greed. They mark it up 1,000%. They get it cheap just like you do. Mark it up 1,000%. Boom. And if you don't have insurance, you stuck. I mean, like when I didn't have insurance, just to get a box of insulin, which is 5, they want to charge me $900 a box. And that's life-saving medicine. That's something I need to save my life. And it's $900. Like, that's ridiculous. But if I was a dope head, I can get that methadone for free. Like go to the clinic, I'm a dope head. There goes some free methadone for you. That's crazy.
It is.
It really is. But I think that's a great thing that he's doing.
Yeah.
I wish more people jump in with money like that, and then maybe Big Pharma would take a look at themselves because now they losing money. It's $1 billion industry. They're
gonna push back. That's the only drawback is that when those huge industries start losing money, they all up in they paying, a lot of the politicians and stuff like that.
Lobbyists.
When they start losing money, changes come. I'm telling you. Mark Cuban the plug right now, but we'll see what happens in the future.
We know what's gonna happen in the future. They're gonna find him in a hotel with a kilo of dope. They're gonna try to overdosed.
We gonna pray that don't happen to our brother Mark, man. I love what he's doing. I love it. And he's always helping families and people. You always hear stuff about him like that doesn't come out through the news, but like I watch a lot of interviews, and they'll be interviewing somebody like, oh yeah, Mark Cuban did this for me and my family. Like I'm always constantly hearing about him having a generous heart towards other people, and I love that. I love that about the guy.
Yeah, I love philanthropy. It's to me, it's the greatest gift you can give. You became successful, you made it, and then you helping the people who are not as lucky and fortunate. With the drugs, whatever you do, you're helping them out, somebody, and that's great because really and honestly, how much money do you really need? I mean,
So what about the people that's buying like the pain medicine and then just selling a couple pills here and there?
Oh, drug dealers.
Hey, is it safe to say get it how you live? I don't know. Is it safe to say that? I don't know.
I mean, you can say the same about people who were selling weed a few years ago. You know,
Yeah.
they were selling weed. They get locked up now. That's all they doing is selling weed and making money off of it. So,
Yes, sir.
you know, they just don't mess with cocaine because they haven't figured out a way to do it. But if they could sell cocaine to you and make money off it, it'll be legal too.
But how
You
can
know,
I'd be scared to be some type of drug addict now. Like there's so much
me
stuff
too.
laced and mixed with stuff.
All
Like
that
how you
synthetic
I
know
know.
crap,
getting the real thing and
that synthetic
know.
stuff getting them, boy.
You know, now what's the new thing? Fentanyl, and it's like they always coming up with something to try to get you higher. And all I do is sit back and be like, who invented this and how is it getting through? Like, if you know, 1 minute you never heard of it, the next minute, boom, it's flooding the streets. Like,
flooding the streets.
yeah,
It's coming from somewhere.
right.
They
You know,
got
the U.S. government can sit up here and tap your phone and your Facebook and find you, but they can't find out how this new drug is hitting the street. Somebody lying.
well, they got stuff out there that had you won't even recognize your mama. You be like, who is you? Like it's
Yeah,
Oh
crazy.
that's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah. You be
Have you
like,
walking
man,
around outside butt naked, talking to yourself like,
yeah. So the next topic, I think this is a good fun topic for everybody. So all of our family members that's listening, please chime in. What would make you a good president? What would make you a good president? And I'm there's no details in this question, so we're gonna say a president of whatever country you want to be. What would make you a good president? I'm gonna start off with me. I wouldn't want to be a president. So, but we're just gonna deal with what happened. No. We're just gonna deal with America. I ain't taking cop out. I got it's method to my madness. I wouldn't want to be president because I really don't feel like the president has very much power. I want to be a part of Congress or the Senate. I want to be there helping to make the laws because they make the laws, man. That's what I want to be a part of.
yeah,
Because as you see, I feel strongly about some stuff. So we gonna put if I'm in Congress, we gonna put some stuff in order. And I will be that guy that be that one vote. They be like, oh well, you got to vote on this. No, they be like, oh, the only person that voted no is Senator Jimmy Strong Jr.
and then we found Jimmy Strong Jr. with 2 prostitutes and a bag of cocaine
That's what they'll do.
in a hotel because
He
they
ain't going along with the plan. Let's get rid of him. Hey, but the good thing, they don't know the God I serve, so I ain't worrying about them. They could come on. Yes, sir. I serve a big God, man. He do some awesome things.
He can make
That's a good
prostitutes
question.
disappear, huh? He make them disappear.
Nah, he ain't even gonna make the prostitutes disappear. The people that's trying to set you up, they gonna be long gone.
Okay. So if they can't do that, they're going to give you that John F. Kennedy plan. You know, you're going to be out
Listen.
riding one day, pow, gone.
But the thing is, I serve a God. If they try to kill you, man, he'll raise you back from the dead, brother.
I feel you.
Come
I
on,
feel
you got to know, my God, he a bad man. He
So
a bad man,
so you would want to be raised back from the dead?
huh?
You want to be raised?
If it's something that I need to do, and only myself got the courage to do it, yeah, I'll do it, hands down.
Well, to me it's graduation, so I don't think I would get that lucky. It's graduation. You know, from all the stuff that I've been reading and learning about, it's much better with God than it is with here. So I don't think I would want to come back for nothing. Just leave me be.
I
You
feel
know?
it.
Okay.
Bring the prostitutes back to life, or whoever you got. You can do what you want with them. But I'm with you, man. I wouldn't want that responsibility at all, man. That's a huge responsibility to be to. I mean, because you can't. It's hard. It's hard being a basketball coach, man. You can't please everybody. Telly, you know, being a coach, you can't. You got all these parents and
man.
you can't please everybody.
That's what I'm talking about, Keena. Y'all. She said,
Yeah.
"Hey, hey, listen. If her and Carmen pray, I know some things gonna happen. That's what I'm gonna say."
I would be upset too. I was gonna let you know the first hour or so I'm gonna be upset, but then I'll be like, okay. But I'm gonna be like, man, I was having a ball, you know. But anyhow, man, it's hard to please everybody, man. You just can't do it. You know,
You can't.
Try coaching a team, any type of team.
Oh my
Little
God.
league, soccer, basketball, whatever.
Especially football.
Yes.
Managing egos is hard.
Hey, you said something when you said that. You can't make everybody happy, man.
No, so just imagine running a country with millions and millions of people. Like, oh my goodness, I just can't imagine, man. Everything you say, somebody's gonna take it the wrong way. Everything you do, somebody's gonna take it the wrong way. Somebody has an agenda, so they're gonna turn it around to fit their agenda to make them look good or try to make you look bad. And it's the people that love you. I ain't even talking about the haters.
It's a hell of a question. That question I've often thought about myself because it's a lot of complaining. When you get with any elected official, congressman, senator, president, mayor, governor, you always hear complaint. And I always say, what type of job would you do? If you were them, what would you do differently? And Jimmy doesn't like Barack Obama. I know that. Me and him go back and forth. But that's my president. Right, that's my president. But you look at when he first entered office to when he left, that man aged like 30 years. Like, they drove him crazy. You know,
but I think pretty much all the presidents was like that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
You know, they come in with the black hair, looking young. They do 8 years, they look like they did 70. They come out just grayed up, wrinkled up, defeated. So for me, what would make me a good I would try to find a balance. You know, the balance, because I get both sides of the argument. You know, you got poor people who need help. You got rich people who don't want to give away all their money that they earn. So you find a balance.
Yeah.
Everybody pay their fair share. Everybody get legislation that helps them out, you know, to keep the balance. Because I think a balance would keep the country well ran. You know, now, you know, because right now we don't have balance. We really don't.
But I was gonna say, even in you getting to the balance is, you know, to each of these groups, you have to get to their core reasoning, because some people, their reasoning for whatever it is they're asking for might just be for personal gain. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I understand that, but if you can find a balance, even if it's for their personal gain, no one could complain. Like, the one biggest complaint right now is what? Prices of everything, food,
right,
gas. You know, how do we find a balance? Because just shopping the other day, food is outrageous now. It's like, especially chicken. I ain't never paid $30 for no damn chicken breast. Like, hold on, man. Where you getting these chickens from? I'm like, is this the chicken that laid the golden egg or something? I mean,
these Canadian chickens.
I know, right? We need to import some Canadian chickens and cows. Milk is $3. I'm like, milk was just $1.25. Now a gallon is $3. Yeah. You know, it's like, where's the balance? You know, work wages. That's another thing that was always been a hot topic. You know, earning enough money to live.
But to be honest with you, I don't think work wages would be such a hot topic if, like, you know, the price of renting and mortgage and things were down a little
Exactly.
bit. You know what I'm
But
saying?
see, it's cheaper to have a mortgage than it is to rent. Like the other day, I was reading an ad, and somebody was renting. I think it was a two bedroom. She wanted 14.25 for it, and I'm like, for that area, for that price, 14.25, and then another 14.25 as a deposit. It's
Yeah.
like, with that type of money, you can buy a house. Put that down on a house, and your monthly mortgage would be less than 14.25. And then she wanted a $70 application fee. I'm like, what in the world?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Man, I forgot about those
They like
application
you.
fees, man.
That's just to see
Man.
if they like you.
right. I mean, think about it. $70 application fee. You get 10 people to apply. That's $700 automatic. Boom. And you're not going to even, but you only going to rent it to one person. So you're
And-
making your money off of application fees.
And what if you don't even care to rent it? You just making, because you can make more than that. You can, especially like now, so many people are looking for places to stay. You can easily get 10 to 15 people paying an application fee.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? Look at what Carolyn said. Studio 1995, which was a good year. That's the year I graduated.
But see but how can you but that's the thing. How can we, what's the balance? Like obviously, we don't want that to be high. We want to do something about that. But then what about on the other end where the people who supplying fixing up the place, the wood is going up, the fuel is going up, the workers' cost is going up. All these things are going up on the other end too.
I know that, but see, that's where the balance. I mean, what I think previous presidents, such as Barack Obama, even maybe Trump, was trying to make us more sufficient and relying upon our
See,
own
that's the key. Yeah.
on our own resources. Instead of importing foreign oil, we got all the oil in the world to sustain ourselves, which will bring the prices down. We got all the wood to sustain ourselves, bring the prices down. If we were more self-sufficient and didn't have to import, shoot, we can bring the prices down. Because over in Saudi, where they produce their own oil,
Yeah.
gas is 75 cents a gallon. They self-sufficient. But when you go buy a barrel of oil from them, it's about $10 a barrel or something. When you bring it over here, then now you seeing almost $5 at the pump over here. But if we use our own, shoot, we could do 75 cents, $1 a gallon, $1.25.
Yeah.
We got to become more self-sufficient.
Not
But
to
then-
mention jobs, not to mention the jobs that they help out with too.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
I'm about to say, but then also correct me if I'm wrong, but wouldn't you have to look at who's ever controlling the market? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, the people that buy the oil, you got the people that buy the oil, and it comes in. Let's say they buy a barrel for, like you said, $10, but they're selling it to whatever company for $50. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
exactly.
Like, can there be laws to be like, hey, you can't go over this percentage?
Yeah, they actually have cap laws
Oh, okay.
in place, because when gas was getting outrageous before, they put a cap on it.
Because they having that talk now that the price of
Yeah.
oil went down, but gas still up.
But they also
Yeah.
try to have, I heard they're trying to do a cap law for interest.
Yeah, you can cap stuff like, look, because people do get greedy and they try to gouge you. When it's food and price gouging, they put a cap on stuff like, hold on, because local grocery stores, like, you can ask I was talking to my mother, it was sometime, during the COVID 2020, they selling carton of eggs down to, or trying to, for like $6-7 where she was at. Like a carton of eggs, you're like, you got, and then, they had a hotline. If you see price gouging, report this, because they were selling tissue for $20,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Like, hold on, man, you're trying to take advantage. Ain't no $20 tissue now. But that's what I'm saying. Find the balance, make a cap. I mean, because people, you're gonna make your money. That's never the issue. Before I really got into business, I used to see all these news reports. Oh, Ford say they lost 20 million this quarter. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of money. They lost $20 million. They got to do something. But then when I got into business, I realized, oh, they lost 20 million because last quarter they made 100 million. This quarter they made 80 million.
80. Yep.
Yeah, so now they saying they lost 20. I'm like, but you still made 80. You didn't really lose any money. You still in the black. So when I'm like, oh, so now these people give you a number, which is correct, but then they put the spin on it to make it look like they losing money. So they got to cut people. They got to lay people off. No, you don't. You still 80 million plus. You still in the plus. You're not in a negative 80 million. You still positive. So with capitalism, and that's what the discussion people was having, does capitalism really work? Because in 2020, when everything was shut down, then all of a sudden you seeing things collapse. Boom. Businesses going and close left and right, because capitalism collapsed. It wasn't sustainable. So you need a healthy balance. You need to find a healthy balance to where things can still keep flowing and you don't have to pay outrageous prices and everything like that. Like I said, wages, if you had a cost of living increase, because, like in the 60s, you can get some milk for a nickel. Now you can't get milk for a nickel, but your pay don't go up, but the prices go up. Now you struggling to put food on your table. Back in the 80s, a one-income household could sustain a family of 5.
Yep.
You can't do that now.
No.
Everybody got to get out of work, even the dogs. Everybody got to bring in some money, for it to keep running. Or, man, y'all going to be struggling. So I think a good president, what it would look like is find a balance. I know we have presidents come in and say, I want to work with the opposite party for bipartisanship. What does that look like, though? Because we really haven't had that, because each president, whether it's Republican or Democrat, they try to work with the opposite party, but then that party refusing to work with that president, because of whatever.
They're not big kids in certain times.
Right. They forgot about the people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You there for the people. You're not there for the special interest groups. You're not there for the lobbyists. You're there for the people.
I'm telling you, let's
President
get
Hendrick.
Mr. Stokes in.
President
Good morning,
Hendrick.
brother.
What's going on?
What's up? What's up?
First of all, y'all so full of crap. All right,
Why?
y'all killing me with these PG ass answers right here, man. Like,
Was
It's
it what?
Saturday.
I'm gonna be a senator. I'm gonna do that. First of all, fuck that. First of all, I'm getting to some real shit. First of all,
All you wanted to do is get on here and cuss. That's all.
that too, because I missed Tuesday. First of all, pedophiles gotta go. First row, I ain't no appeals. Ain't no you finna spend 20 years on death row. Soon as you guilty, done. Soon as we can prove hard guilt, gone.
But the question was, what would make you a good president?
That would
though?
make me a good president. I'm emptying.
You wanted stuff like that. Oh, okay.
I'm emptying the prisons. We're not gonna have prisons overcrowded, bro. If you you killed 17 people back in 1992. They got it on video. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't sitting in jail for no 17. You gotta go. Boom, done. Call it a day. You out of there. And if you're not from this country and you done did something wrong, boom, you gone. Shipping you off the next thing, smoking the hell up out of
Money
it.
in our pocket. That's what I'm talking about.
Like, I'm shipping you the hell up out of it.
They do
Like-
that already, though.
They don't do it fast enough, Telly. They literally had a
Oh,
dude. I seen a dude from like Mexico. He done killed like 7 people, and he sat in like an American prison, and they like had him here for like 12 years before they shipped them. Like, nah, bro, you gotta go. You don't even get to go to booking. Oh, you from Mexico? That's all right. We dropping your ass right off in the Mexico jail. Like, I'm not dealing with you. Let them deal.
They gonna let him out of Mexico.
That's Mexico problem. Just don't come over here.
But Jody, as a president, you're doing all these laws, which are executive orders. When the next guy come in, we could throw everything that you did right in the garbage.
But this is Jody's time though. His 4 years or his
My
8
fault.
years.
My fault.
Okay.
It'll probably be 4. It'll probably be 4. My 4 years, we clearing these prisons.
Good. We want 8 years. What you talking about?
We clearing these prisons out. You got low level offenses, man. Get the hell out of my jail. You got caught selling an 8-ball of coke to a frat party, man. Get out of my jail. Like seriously.
But Jody, you want to know what people like I and others that want to be in Congress can do, brother? We can stop privatization of prisons. That's number one.
You know what?
Let's go ahead and get rid of that.
I'll put you in Congress. How about that?
My
Jody.
dude.
All right, Jody. We understand the whole prison aspect. That's just like a little drop in the lake. Like, what about some of these other? What about the health industry?
You know what? The health industry, right? Here's the health industry, right? I would make sure that we start doing a lot more of our own farming. For there is absolutely no reason, and I mean not one damn reason, why any kid from kindergarten to 12th grade has to pay for school lunch or breakfast. I am giving free school lunch and breakfast to every kid in school. There's no reason why we should have to pay for that. You mean to tell me?
But what are they eating though? Because right now they eat processed foods.
We eating healthy. We putting more people to work. Like all these people, like, oh, I can't find no job. I said, all right, baby, I got a program for you. I got a farm for you. We get all these stuff up. You talking about you can't find the work? All these homeless veterans, all these homeless people on the corner. That's all right, baby. We can get you on the farm somewhere. We can get you planting something. We can get you in the factory doing something.
Wait a minute. Why homeless veterans gotta work? They already did work.
Listen, you want to get off the streets, you gonna work. Everybody on
not veterans, man. They
all
did
that
the work.
and we're gonna give you a nice good job. All that standing on the corner begging, we ain't doing that. Ooh, come on, I got you.
They already work, man. They already work. I agree with Unc, man. They didn't already serve their time.
They put their life on the line.
And you know
They
what?
put
Those
their
guys,
life on the line.
listen, and those guys will be very, very specially thanked. Like, you know what? But at the same time, I still want you to have a job. I ain't saying you
Man,
gotta
they
do
been specially thanked. They're on the streets. Thank you.
and we'll do better with
No
we'll do better with getting all homeless people off the street. There's no reason for anybody to be homeless. Like,
So what would you do? What would you do with school curriculum?
oh, we changing the curriculum. We getting rid of bullshit.
Like to what? To what though?
Bro, how to cope. We dealing with we gonna have real life in school. How to cope
So you gonna deal with
depression.
with
We
the
gonna get
emotional, social aspect.
we gonna get actual teachers in school. Like, we gonna stop
actual
raggedy ass
teachers.
parents from coming up to these schools. Like, my kid don't need to learn about that. You didn't keep your dumb ass kid home. You gonna come to school and you gonna learn about life.
I gotta go, man. Jody got my vote for sure.
I need more convincing before he get my vote.
I tell you what, I got you, Jimmy.
What's up?
Roger Goodell is no longer the NFL commissioner. We getting a new NFL commissioner.
You can't control that now.
How we can't? He gone.
Because that's a private
Hey.
enterprise.
Bruh, they kicked your boy out for something that was secretly recorded, which was against the law, number one, in that state.
I know.
We
We talking about
kicking him
my
out.
man for the Clippers.
Yeah. Now, and if you really want to be honest,
Steinberger
MMA,
or Stelberger, whatever his name is.
yeah, whatever his name is, and MMA Congress banned MMA for a while until they found out they can make money on it.
Yeah.
You did what I'm saying?
I mean, that's something different because Donald Sterling, which
There you go.
I know I got a lot of flack. I said he shouldn't have lost his team.
He shouldn't have lost his
Also,
team.
Because really, when you hear the recording,
That was a
what did he
setup.
really say?
That
All
was
he
a
said
setup.
was, don't bring black people to my game. After she said, I'm going to bring black people to my game, to your game, but don't bring black people. So it's like he was being sarcastic back.
That's
to
right,
me.
Mama Carolyn. Put prayer back. Yeah, that's what I
know,
like to hear.
We can do that. We'll slap it right back in the school. I give it that.
See, that's the thing. When they did take prayer out the school, things started going south quicker.
Yep.
Real quick. You know, like I said, when I was coming up, you didn't hear about any school shootings.
But you want to know what too?
Coming to school shooting nothing.
And when we want to add prayer, if you want to pray to Allah or Confucius or Jesus,
Jehovah,
you pray Jehovah.
Jehovah.
You pray to that
I
person.
feel like you pray to whoever the hell you want.
Yeah, pray to whoever you want to pray. Have your quiet prayer time. That's
have
it.
you some quiet
Yeah.
prayer. Pray to
And
whoever
if you don't believe, don't
then
pray.
that's fine. Don't pray.
Yep.
Everybody had a personal preference. Let's see what else.
Exactly.
I'm stopping all that sending funding and money to all these other countries. Ain't no way.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you. Good point, Joey.
We about to
Mr.
get
Stokes.
stingy as hell. I don't give a damn if they had an earthquake in the Philippines. America ain't sending you $1. Not on my watch. We ain't sending
Yeah,
you.
that's a good
We
point.
got- we
And
got-
we not sending troops either. You gonna have to handle your own business.
I mean, if
we
people
can't just
want, if people want to volunteer to go, then I'm gonna go. I
No.
mean,
You gotta pay
Yeah.
us. That's the
Yeah.
one thing. That's the
If-
one
if
thing I agree
people-
with Trump about. If you want our help, you gotta pay
no,
us.
I'm talking about
because-
as a free American citizen. If you want to go over there on your own dime, on your own strength, and help them, then knock yourself out. But you ain't getting
Yeah.
nothing from us.
You want to know what one thing I
Everything.
change as a Congress member?
Congress,
I'm getting rid of the Federal Reserve. We're gonna have our own dollar, and it's gonna go back to being backed by gold or silver, because what we got now isn't backed by anything. Nothing. It's just it's literally just a piece of paper. Because guess what? If it was backed by gold or silver, the American dollar would still have a lot of value. Russia, their Rambit or whatever it's called, that's backed by gold and silver and all that.
Until they got crippled with economic sanctions by Obama, and
But-
their money wasn't worth nothing.
For
Again,
a little bit, yeah, I see what you're saying.
again, I'm cutting back on the defense budget because baby, we pulling out of all them countries. Y'all got beef over there. That's y'all problem. Y'all can fix it. I'm gonna let them know right now. Don't come over here with that shit. Though. Don't come over here with that.
Well,
Don't
you
come
know, the thing is, we train these countries. We go over there, we train a military. That's it. Our job is done. If you can't take it from here, then what the hell was you doing in training? Oh well, you know, it's always an excuse, especially for the Middle East. Oh, it's gonna destabilize the region. I don't give a damn. We don't live over there. If that motherfucker go to hell in a handbasket, that's on them.
That sound like
You
a person,
need-
bro.
Right, that sounds like a personal problem.
Now, if you pay us to come over there, we'll slide. We'll cut the check. We'll slide.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? What else? I would make it mandatory, and I mean mandatory, for people to go to counseling before they get actually married. I'm talking about an extensive counseling. Matter of fact, you can't even get married before 25. You like this person at 18?
What
cool.
purpose is that gonna do though?
Yeah.
It'll stop the divorce rate.
No, bro.
No, it
Bro,
won't.
see,
It'll
stop.
the divorce rate.
Jody,
No, it won't.
Mike.
No, it
No, it
won't.
won't. Bro, do you know that there are tons? Okay, put it like this. In your mind, I see what it is. You only see the failed marriages, but you don't see the successful marriages of people that's got married
They
at
produce
18.
successful after you done been together for a while.
Come on, man.
It
Mike,
doesn't matter, dude, because, dude, I got a divorce after 25. I got married after
Me too.
25.
me too.
You know, and
I
it
got
still
you.
happens. You got, but the marriage, the counseling, I agree with you. I've often said before you get married, you guys should attend some form of counseling, you know, to get a deeper understanding of one another. You know, that I agree with because it does help. Because the problem is not the divorce rate. The problem is people not knowing themselves.
I don't even
and
think it's. I
And
don't even
being
think
honest
it's.
about what they really want.
You want to know what I think the real problem is? I think the real problem is that we as people, when we try to come together as one, we don't know how to, for lack of a better word, I'm gonna say we don't know how to, pretty much, we don't know how to pretty much, like you got husband and wife, one person want their way and the other person want their way. They don't know how to find a middle ground. You did what I'm saying?
Right.
I nobody knows how to sacrifice. Nobody has the mindset. I believe the wife's mindset should be, okay, what can I do to make my husband life easy? And a husband, what can I do to make my wife's life easier?
Exactly.
That mindset is gone. It's all about me, me, me. The society of America has placed men and women against each other, or instead of saying, hey, We're here. Let's work together. Let's find a way to work together so that we can succeed for our children, for the community. You did what I'm saying?
Well, actually, if you really want to make the divorce rate go down, make it less accessible. Period. Don't make divorce easy. Because if it's not accessible and easy, a lot of people will think it through. Do I really want to marry this person? Because once you get married, divorce is not an option, the first option. That's later on down the line after so many steps. Because truly what Jimmy's saying is family value and core values it's not being taught in the home anymore. It's not being taught in the home because our grandparents and their parents, they was taught to, for better or for worse, for real. You're going to go through the bad times as well as the good times, and you're going to keep the ship. You're going to stay the course. Nowadays, I can get married, and if it don't work out, I can go get a divorce. Forget it.
And they teaching everybody be independent, be independent,
Yep.
be independent, be independent.
Especially
no,
women.
That's a problem. Especially women, exactly.
Women. You don't need a man.
Yep.
Then be independent.
Hey, and the ones that tell them they don't need a man is the ones that can't keep a man.
Exactly.
No, it'd be the
Relationship
ones.
experts without a relationship.
It'd be the ones that I don't need a man to be so independent, but like all of a sudden now you got a little lizard in your house. Now you need somebody to come over and get it. Now go get that lizard independent. You got it.
I don't need a man. I'm independent. Okay, but your independence, and I ain't saying all women. Some women that claim to be independent. Well, your rent $65. Hell yeah, you can be independent if your rent $65.
And you getting government aid.
Right, you getting government aid. You getting $600 a month for food, and your light bill, and your internet is $10. And hell, you living a fat life. Shit.
I would stop giving a discount to people who come from other countries. Like I'm not about to give you shit just because you came from another country.
Yep.
Like,
you
get all these special benefits and this. No, you paying the same thing as everybody else. All the illegal immigrants that talk about they want to come over here. Is you gonna work? You gonna work on these farms to feed our kids? And you come hang out. Like I just don't understand how people are like, oh, the illegal immigrants are taking all our jobs. And I'm like, these jobs been hiring people for like 10 years. So obviously they're taking jobs that don't nobody want. I don't understand.
Exactly. That's the spin that they give you though.
But they're taking all
your jobs. Who the hell want to pick fruit? Nobody's lining up to pick fruit or shuck corn or do all this stuff that they say they taking our jobs. They make it seem like they're coming over here legally and they're going to be CEOs of companies or middle management or they running restaurants where we've been over here struggling. No, they taking BS jobs that you don't want. But that's how they pit us against each other.
Yeah.
Because, you looking like, oh man, they taking jobs. I can't find a job because of them. They're not they're not getting the job that you want. They're getting the jobs that you don't want.
Oh, I got it.
They convince you that it's the other way around.
I would stop. I know this is gonna be a bad one. I would do my absolute best as a president to hold the police departments and cops accountable for everything that they do. Like you will not get away with doing obvious crimes on camera and be like it was justified. As a president,
you can't do that though.
I will.
You can't do that.
Telly,
because
as a president, you cannot.
The way our government is set up,
and that's why
the federal government can't govern states. That's a state thing. That's a city thing. That's why the president can't do that.
And
because that falls on the government, the state and the local government.
Executive order. We're gonna hold the nationwide standard. You cannot pull out your gun and kill somebody because you thought they had a dangerous weapon, and then when you find out they didn't have one,
you talking about being a dictator now? They're gonna kill you.
That's right. We're gonna start holding people accountable.
Because you
can't
trying
be out
to
here-
rewrite the Constitution.
What's the
You
rewrite
trying to rewrite.
Constitution?
The
You can't
federal
kill
government
people
can't
and get away
govern.
with it.
That's still trying to govern the state. We know we can't kill people, but that's a state thing. That's a local government thing. The federal government can't override that. Which
You know
is
what,
why I'm just saying, which is why we still having that debate about legalized weed. You know, individual states legalized it, but it's still illegal in the federal government. So that's why, you know, that's why they're able to get away with the shooting. I agree with you. There should be something, some type of task force, at least, to look into this. Do an investigation.
It would be every police shooting would be sent up to like a United States like Congress court or
Right,
something.
task
If it's a
force.
police-
Yeah,
if a
to look
police
into
shooting,
it.
it will not be investigated by local law enforcement. Like
Exactly.
literally, the police
To
officer
give
that
them their
shot and killed
findings.
somebody unarmed, it will not be investigated by his second cousin who's the DA office. Nope. As soon as you kill somebody, you off the job, no pay, and it's getting sent up to like the court system because it's like
Right. It should be an
Bro.
independent task force to look into it. And once the findings
Yeah.
is either way, then send back to the state government. This is what we found out. This is what it looks like.
like
You
this is
know,
what it is.
now it's upon you to act upon this information.
Hey,
You
hey,
know-
Mr. President, can we get rid of the FBI and the CIA? Because
Yeah,
I
you
don't,
can't
I, don't,
do
I, don't,
that.
I don't really see is what good have they done other than all of the wrong that like they killed this person, killed that person.
I would say this. I'm gonna defund anything. It's gonna be the FBI, the CIA, and the ATF. Like
Why?
I'm this.
Well,
I'm defunding.
I don't think the ATF done really
Oh, they
done
need to be
nothing that
defunded.
bad.
They need to be defunded. They be with the bullshit. They need to be defunded. Like, we can't move alcohol from one country. Like, what the hell is that gonna do? They really out here putting taxes on tobacco. Like, really, they stopped like a whole shipment of tobacco because it didn't meet their standard. I'm like, like all the things going on in this country, and you worried about some tobacco coming from Cuba to America? Seriously? That's what you get paid for? Knock it off. But I would say I would defund, right, that. And then at this point, I'm gonna get assassinated because we're gonna look at, hey, bro, you know what? We're gonna look into all them drugs that get seized. I need to know where that's going, because it's millions of tons of cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, weed, and everything that we seize from these countries, and they lock into a vault. Like, where is that going? Somebody need to make that make sense. to
Back
me.
on the streets.
And yes,
Back
Jimmy,
on the streets.
Jimmy, we will not be teaching any more gay stuff in school.
Keep it from the kids. That's it.
I listen. This is what my point is. My point is this, right? When it comes to teaching your kids about the gay and straight, trans, and all that stuff, I'm gonna leave that shit up to the parents. If the parents want to teach their kids about it, you're more than welcome to. And if they don't, then you don't teach your kids about it. But we're not putting it in school. We're not putting it in cartoons. Like, if the parents don't want to talk about it, then that's just that. That's
I
it.
agree with you. Let the parents have that conversation.
Let the parents have that conversation. If the parents don't want to have that conversation, then it is what it is. But we're not putting it in school.
But what is school for?
It's to learn about life, Jimmy. It's to learn about
It's to
life.
learn
It's the
basic
education.
skills and social interaction.
Mm.
That's
We
what
will
school is for.
We're gonna rewrite, right? We're gonna rewrite the school because literally there's curriculum. There's
I
there's no
really
reason-
think. Huh? Go ahead.
There's no reason that these 12th graders can like learn quantum physics in 12th grade, but they can't fill out a fucking job application,
There
or
you
they
go.
don't know how to make a damn resume, or
They
don't know how to, but they don't
They
know how
actually
to
taught us that in my school. They taught those things in my school. They even taught us how to go on job interviews, what to
Right,
do,
you'll sit
how
there
to
and
present yourself. You know, always look them in the eyes. You know, when you're talking to them. Now they took that out of school. I don't know why. Those were skills that's handy. You know, like your Florida governor. Once again, I applaud him making financial literacy a part of school curriculum
That's
to be
right.
taught in school. I was like, I applaud him for that.
Yep.
You know, like that's what I'm talking about. Let's teach them stuff like that. Why focus on stuff like transgendered and all this other stuff. They can learn about that later on down the line, just in life. But financial literacy, that's something that can help them. You keep teaching that to them, by the time they get ready to get out here in this world, get a job, making some money, learning what to do with that money, learning how to, make that money work for them. We may see an age where people can retire earlier than before because, they're financially literate now.
That's another thing I agree with Trump on too. Like he made it a big deal. He put a lot of emphasis on go to trade school. Go pick up everybody doesn't have to go to college and get in debt. Go to trade school. You can make a good living off of going to trade school. But electrician. You know what?
Jimmy, I would, and that's another thing that I would do. I would start trade school in high school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like after you learn the basics, reading, writing, bro, you don't need all that extra shit. You don't You don't need all that. Like literally, I would, because we all know history is bullshit. Man, listen, if you want to take your junior and senior year and go to trade school, I would have kids in trade school at 16. You want to be in trade school at 16? Go right ahead. Instead, you know how you got driver's ed? I'd have advanced driver's ed.
But
after you graduate driver's ed, we're gonna put you in the class and you get your CDL. Man, please, I'd have kids certified electricians with a CDL the moment they graduate.
Used to. That's the thing. Yeah. That was in school. You could be, when you left high school, you could be a certified plumber, a certified auto technician, a certified electrician. They took that stuff out of school, because, and I found that out because I don't know if you know who Dr. Umar is. I listen to the brother, when he's speaking and stuff. A lot of things I agree with and a lot of things I don't. But for most part, he was like, they used to have that stuff in school. Because as long as you can use your hands and you're good, you always have a job. Because we need construction workers. We need electricians. I just found out that in the wintertime, plumbers are needed the most and nobody is doing it. You can make a killing being a plumber in the wintertime because everybody's always looking for a plumber. And I'm like, man, that's a hell of a trade to go into, being a plumber, being an electrician. Because I talk to my kids about that. Hey, go to college. You don't go to college, go to a trade school. Do something, to increase your value. But just don't try to get to work quick. Because right now, all you're going to be doing is working at the corner store. That ain't going to get you nowhere. But if you go trade school, be a plumber, you're going to make this type of money. And I show them the type of money. I just don't tell them. I show them. I'm like, and that's just right now. By the time you get ready to leave, that's going to go up because everything's always going up. So imagine when you get ready to leave, that's going to be a lot more. So, hey, the future's in your hands. Because
not up in the minimum wage. No, sir.
Because college, it's a lot of people with degrees that don't have a job. Because you got a degree in, say, psychology.
Where I get rid of stupid shit, like I got a bachelor's in art. Like, what does that mean? What the hell?
Exactly right.
I got a bachelor's in art. Okay. Like,
unless you open up an art gallery, unless you're gonna open up an art gallery and sell fine pieces, I don't know what that's gonna be used for. A bachelor's in philosophy. Okay, how the hell that's gonna help you?
I would get rid of all those BS. We're getting down to the nitty gritty, what you need to survive on an everyday basis. We're getting rid of all this extra stupid stuff, like for real. Just cutting all the middle crap out.
Exactly.
And Jimmy gonna be my guy in Congress. Yeah, they gonna hate Jimmy just as much as they gonna hate me.
I think they might hate me more than they hate you though.
They gonna hate you more than they hate me. Jimmy, you have to fix your body. Like I can't have you sitting up at these big fancy meetings with your feet kicked back. Like I ain't trying to hear none of this bull junk.
Nah, I be listening. Hey, but the last topic before we go, forgiveness and what does it mean to you? So, we'll start with. Oh, go ahead, Telly.
Peace.
Okay.
Forgiveness is peace. Not peace in your environment, but peace within yourself. Because if you go around holding a grudge and and being angry and hateful, that's gonna eat you up inside. Because normally, most times, the person you holding a grudge against don't even know you holding a grudge against them. That's a battle within. You battling within yourself. You carrying yourself inside out. So forgiveness is peace, not for them, but for yourself. So your mind is clear, your mind is free, and you're moving forward with your life. Forgive those people. I know it's hard, but you got to for yourself, for your peace. Because trust me, I've always said this: the person that done you wrong, they're not sitting around saying, "Damn, I done that person wrong. I wonder if they can forgive." They don't even care. They live in their life. They found their peace. And you were afterthought. Way, 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 way in the back of their mind. That's my 2 cents on it.
Forgiveness is
go
dealing
ahead.
is waking up every morning and saying good morning, Coach A. I love you and I forgive you for all your nonsense yesterday.
Jesus.
Forgiveness is still not having my caramel cake.
That's good. You keep working on that.
Forgiveness is not having my caramel cake. On my Philly cheesesteak pasta.
Oh, all sounds good too.
What I tell you, it's worse when you done had it and then it's just like the person just.
I know, right?
Hey, you saw he left.
He went backstage.
You don't want to talk about some more. Jimmy, stop it. I'm sorry. I forgive you, Jimmy.
What's up, man?
I forgive you. But I agree with Telly, man. Forgiveness is getting to a place where whatever you are upset or angry about doesn't bother you anymore, and you can move on with your life in a happy place because you can't because the person that did you wrong ain't sitting around like, oh man, I did this wrong and I'm hurt because they haven't forgave me. Like, no, they don't give a damn. It's coming to a peace with oneself and being able to just move around that and be happy because like I've been told a couple times, man, until you forgive somebody, they're gonna have that power over you. And is that what you want? Is somebody to have that power over you all because you holding some kind of grudge? So I think that forgiveness is just being able to move along and let it go.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
Forgive
not.
Otis.
I did. Listen. I did. I forget. I just got to put hands on it. But after that, I forgive myself. That's okay.
I thought about that when I saw you put up that post. You with Will to myself. I'm like, oh my gosh, Mr.
Hey,
Stokes.
I couldn't resist myself, man.
I know you couldn't.
I couldn't resist myself. It was like, man, it was perfect. It was
just sitting there. He was like, oh, I gotta do it.
I gotta do it.
I gotta do it.
Hey,
on your intro, you say you got to follow through. You got to see it through.
Got to see it through. I wanted to make like 20 of them. I wanted to make one with Jimmy, the gay community.
But hold on, who gonna be slapping who though first?
You gonna be slapping again.
Okay, good. Well, that's fine with me.
I was gonna make one like Telly, the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
Like Aaron
I should
Rodgers.
make one with me and my first baby mama, but
Telly, forgive her. Forgive her.
Forgiveness.
Man.
It's forgiveness, Telly.
Coach Jackson.
Coach Jackson, forgive her. That's what you tell your residents. That's what you tell your you the defensive coordinator. You the D-line coach, right?
I'm gonna be O-line coach.
O-line coach. Tell your O-line forgive this.
You know what you got to say? You just got to be like, dang, I just made a bad decision. I just got to take that on the chin.
I did that.
Yeah, that's
forgiveness, though. Yeah, I'm working on it. Little by little, I'm working on it.
I think everybody finds forgiveness in their own time too. Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes you have something happen in your life that puts whatever you was mad about in perspective. Because like you have, like I've seen people be like, I was mad at my, you know what I'm saying? Like I seen a dude, it was like I was mad at my sister forever, and then my mom passed away, and they really put life in perspective, and I forgave my sister, and now we have a better relationship. But so
Absolutely.
sometimes in life, you have things that happen that put whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever you was mad about, it puts it in a different perspective. So that's another thing, like just puts everything in a different perspective, and then you kind of move on and forgive a person. But yeah, forgiveness is one of those, it's just those sticky traits that it's kind of hard to, it's not,
Well,
it's easy because like, I still be want to just like certain people, I just want to slap them as soon as I see them, like just bah.
Well, you
Will
can
but you
slap
know,
somebody
man,
and still forgive them. You
I,
know.
is
it's
that
like
you,
this, man. How can you want forgiveness but not give forgiveness?
Hmm.
You want God to forgive you, but you're not willing to forgive others.
Hmm.
That's the only thing you got to remember.
Now you
If
sound
the
like you're
only
preaching.
thing,
You are right in my book,
hey,
brother.
I'm just saying, if you don't take anything from this, take that from this. When you standing in front of the man and you want them to forgive you and let you into heaven, just remember that. How can you ask for forgiveness if you're not willing to forgive yourself? That's it. That's all.
And I'll say my forgiveness for me, a lot of it has already been said, and on top of what Telly just said, to me it's just obedience. You know, we all know who I believe in, and what the God that I serve. You know, he made it simple. He said exactly what Telly said. In order to be forgiven, you first need to forgive. You know, he not telling us that for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Ain't like he said you got to be best friends with the person after you forgive them. You know, you know what to watch out for now. You can love. Listen, people got to learn. You can love people from a distance, man.
Yep.
I'm a love you. I'm a love on you, but you just stay over there. You know what I'm saying? You can forgive and love people and not really talk to them. Like, hey, we don't really have nothing to talk about, but if you ever in need of something, and I got the resource that you need, I promise you, I got you. That don't mean that you haven't forgave them. No, I forgive you. I still love you. I believe you can love everybody and forgive them and love on them and everything, man.
well, that's a whole
It's
different
simple.
level. I forgave you. Now I don't want a damn thing to do with you.
Nah, but hey, but I'm telling you though, bro, it's a beautiful thing once you wrap your head around it, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Exactly.
People,
I'm telling you.
I feel like people have, it's been placed in people's minds that certain things in life is only one way. You know what I'm saying when it comes to forgiveness and other things, and nah, it's much bigger than that. It's much bigger than
Way
that. You don't
bigger.
have to go,
Way
yeah,
bigger.
I mean,
absolutely,
I believe you. I think that everybody has a different. For me, like I said, I can forgive you, but I don't want to like I'm gonna distance myself from you though. Like I don't
And
want
that's
to.
fine.
You ain't gotta
That's
talk. You
fine.
don't be homeless. Don't be homeless around me, cause you better pray I'm president and get you one of them farming jobs. You start being homeless around me. 'Cause I ain't got it for you. I ain't got it for you.
listen, if I had to forgive and you homeless, you just better pray that God told me to tell you to come to let you in. Now you know I try to pay and get your hotel room or
Exactly.
something, but
Exactly.
you can't come stay with me.
I can't pay for a
That's
hotel
still
room.
showing grace. That's still
Hmm.
showing grace. I
I
can
show
get you a hotel room, but as far as being in my house,
No
I
sir,
can't do it, Perry.
keep it
But
moving.
I'm gonna make sure you off them streets though. You
I'm,
know,
you know that I drop you off at the Salvation Army. I got
That
you.
too.
There
That's a
you go.
form of
that
love.
too. Yeah,
Yes sir.
that's an avenue. You putting a roof over their head. You personally don't have to come out in anything, but you can make a way for a person to have something. That's
Absolutely.
still grace and forgiveness.
Absolutely.
And that's what
Look
Jimmy
at.
said. People get it messed up. You know, you can forgive a person. Doesn't mean you got to go out your way to do all these things for him. You just forgave him. And like Jimmy said, if he has the resources to make sure you straight, boom, there you go. I'm gonna make sure you straight. Don't mean I have to personally inconvenience myself or put myself out. But I know avenues. Here you go. There you go. All is still smooth and right in the world.
There you go. Well, sometimes I forgive people who even have the resources to, you know, do certain things that I've been waiting on for a while. I think we should sit here. We're gonna do this every time. Hey, they gonna do this every time. I believe that in this life you have to forgive people even when they have the resources.
Well, folks, that's the show. That's the
First
show.
of all, hold on. Before we go, if you don't know by now, then you under the rock. My boy Jimmy is gonna be an honest man here. Congratulations, my brother.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations, my brother. She gonna make an honest man out you. Somebody had to do it.
I'm the blessed one. In
I
this
know it.
situation.
I know it. I ain't gonna let you forget it.
Trust me, I won't forget it.
I ain't gonna let you forget it. But congratulations, man, on the
Thank you,
engagement.
man.
Telly, did you watch the video? You see the video? He was
Which
sweating.
video?
That boy was sweating bullets.
Oh my God. Here
I
you
did
go.
not see the video.
You ain't
This
see the
I gotta
video,
see the
Telly?
video.
No, first of all, I'm
No.
gonna tell you how wrong Jimmy is, right? He didn't even tell us that he was gonna propose until he done all after the fact. You supposed to be like Brandon and tell us and then do it. We were supposed to know first.
Hey, gangsters move in silence, bro.
Man, whatever,
Dude,
man.
he
You
told
supposed
me
to-
already.
Huh?
He told you before he was gonna do it.
He told me months ago.
I think I mentioned to him. Yeah, I mentioned to her that she was
Yeah.
Okay,
on.
no,
Yeah.
mentioned to us. He mentioned to us that he was out here, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing for a ring, but he didn't tell us when he was going to get on the one knee. And then I called him to yell at him about some nonsense.
Yes,
and
he
he
did.
go and talking about Mrs. Strong in the front seat. I was like,
Yes.
well, I'll be damn. You
Yes,
know when
he
it got
did.
it. You know when it got hitched and they tell us nothing. And then I see the video all after the fact. I said, boy, I had called him at least 2-3 names after that. I said, you supposed to tell us beforehand.
Man, I thought he was engaged already.
Bro,
Oh,
he got it.
months ago. I was like,
No, he got it. Like he did it early, like last week,
That was that like 2 weeks ago?
like 2 weeks ago.
Something like that.
the man told me he was getting married to the woman, so I thought he was engaged already.
Oh.
I'm
No,
like,
tell you,
Nah, that was the 31st.
Jimmy told us. Jimmy, we knew he was looking for the ring to get engaged.
oh,
Like he was like, I was like, I'm going through my process. I'm trying to find the right ring, right? So we knew he was trying to find the right ring, but I
Well,
didn't know he had the
congratulations.
ring,
Appreciate it.
right? Yeah, I didn't know he had it, and that he was going to propose. So he don't propose, and then I call him all after the fact. And then he gonna try to throw a little hint, you know what I'm saying? Throw a little hint in there, right? He was like, well, hey, you. I was like, well, what's he at? He was like, well, Mrs. Strong is sitting in the front seat. I said, that's what we're doing. We just dropping hints right now. That's what we're doing. He was like, yeah, I proposed this son. I was like, wow. You just ain't gonna tell us nothing. Just leave us.
No, wait. You called me because you were talking to Cut God. And Cut
Oh yeah,
God took-
I called him because I was like, oh, so Rob invited me to an event that you didn't invite me to, so I had a bone to pick with him about that. And then he was talking about Mrs. Strong in the front seat. I'm like, wow, that's what we're doing right now, huh? That's what we're doing. At least Brandon told us, advance. You know what I'm saying? So
I thought I ain't putting that in the group chat.
you
I
didn't
thought
put
I
that
did.
in the group chat.
I didn't?
oh,
no.
wow.
Oh, filthy.
Yeah, you wrong. They're
Oh,
wrong.
filthy.
But
Yeah,
you know-
I was wrong. I was wrong. I give
You know
you
what
that.
though?
Hey, the wedding,
You know what?
the wedding gonna be in Colorado, right?
I forgive you, Jimmy.
We figuring it out right now.
Yeah,
We'll
I,
let you know.
I thought
Trust
the
me.
wedding was gonna be in Colorado. All this
I
time,
thought we were gonna be in Utah.
Huh, what happened?
I thought the wedding was gonna be in Utah.
Yeah, we got a couple places we talking about. So,
Okay.
Yeah, we still got to figure it out.
Yeah, so Jimmy Sean, as soon as I get my Philly cheesesteak and caramel cake, I forgive you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate
You gotta be
Matter of
better.
fact, let me go ahead and put that in there now. So I don't gotta. I thought I
Have y'all
thought I
set a
put something.
date? Have y'all set a date? Or
We got a few dates we playing around with. We just trying to see what's gonna work with everybody's schedule. Cause it ain't gonna be in Florida.
Right.
You know that
Okay.
for sure.
Oh, you gotta give us the heads up, Jimmy, so we can like.
No. You listen. You guys will have the heads up. I
Okay, so
promise.
we can be
I
so
promise.
like when Brandon proposed to Samantha and she posted it on Facebook, we were on the post, like we were so like, oh my god, girl, like yes, I didn't know he was gonna do that. Whole
Hey,
time. But
but that's
you,
what that's what I love about it though. She moving silence with me.
no, you just said you was wrong. We supposed to tell your brothers.
I thought,
Jimmy,
yeah, okay,
you
I got.
did not tell us that you were going to propose.
No,
That's
I
why we
didn't. I
that's why I
didn't.
was yelling at you. I was like, no, bro, you gotta tell us that you was going to propose. You told us,
Very,
you
very.
showed us the video after you did it, and I found out like 2 days after. I was like, I'm gonna call this Joker and get on his case because I didn't want to got a haircut and he done made events and stuff.
Check the
And
group chat.
oh yeah, the video.
Yeah, I just put it in there.
Yeah, I seen the video. After I had Jimmy Strong curse you out, I seen the video. That boy sweating. That boy sweating. Yeah.
But yeah, your boy is en- engaged now, making an honest woman out of her. And if you know who she is, you know who she is. If you don't, you'll find out when you find out. That's how we move around here in the streets. In these streets, that's how we move. Keep everybody out your business. But I apologize to you fellas. I should have told y'all. Y'all, yeah.
His brothers in the group chat. He'll put everything else in the group chat, but he showed up and put that.
Hey man, gangsters moving silence. Dog. I'm trying to tell you, man. This
All
how
right.
we get down.
All right, Adrian. Start leaving.
Yeah, but everybody, thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for the shares. Thank y'all for the emojis. Maybe next time. Next time, y'all make sure y'all show up Tuesday. Who is that? Who listening to that right now?
I'm
Oh, that's
sure.
that's telling. Oh, okay. Yeah, but make sure y'all tune in Tuesday for Real Talk Tuesday. Make sure y'all tune in Friday for a new revamped Impact podcast.
Oh yeah.
And make sure y'all tune in Saturday as well. And we're revamping the whole boxing podcast. There's gonna be something
Tune in
entirely new
tomorrow. Yeah,
tomorrow.
tune in
Is it on tomorrow?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay,
Tune in
so
tomorrow.
everybody stay tuned. It's gonna be a new revamp. We're moving it to Sundays, and we got one more show that we're working on in the background. So thank everybody for joining us. Thank y'all for disagreeing with us. Thank y'all for agreeing with us. Thank y'all for loving us. We love all
That's
y'all.
right.
We appreciate y'all, and much respect to everybody. Listen, Chef Jimbo is out. President Hendricks is out. Mr. Brother Coach Dog Greeter Jackson / Uncle Pudge is out. Shouts out to Brandon, Nick, Nate, Coach A,
Coach A.
and the First Lady, Lucretia. And
What all these jokers at?
man, we're
Busy.
yeah, that's what we're gonna say. Busy.
All right, well, I'm gonna hit the outro so we can talk bad about him when we get off.
You got the outro?
I got outro.
All right.